Okay. Right, guys. One more minute. Before I start the session today. And today, guys, as you know, we invited the latest 6A2-3. Okay, I'm not sure about you guys, but I've already prepared my notes. I'm gonna take down the notes from him. Okay, that guys, as I always say, when the speakers like when we do interview with stars, all these are top tier leaders in Enagic. So I always advise you guys, if you can, just take a note, take a pen. All right, stand by your note just to take any important notes from our speaker of today. Okay, time's up. I know that probably some of people are not here yet, but I have to respect everybody's time. Helen being here on time. Okay, good morning to you, Helen. Looking as beautiful as always. Okay, can't wait to see you again after the pandemic. All right, maybe I'll head up to Norway. Okay, I have always wanted to go to Norway for a 1 month trip. Okay, probably you guys could be my tour. Okay, all right, guys. Welcome everyone to another month of our interview with the stars. Okay, and today we have a very special speaker, Mr. Bayani, the latest 6A2-3 from Philippines. Are you guys excited? If you guys are excited, come on guys, give me a round of applause before I bring out the speaker of the day. Okay, all right, okay. My name is Jeffrey Leong. I'm all the way from Malaysia, and today my role is very simple. I'm going to be taking down all the questions that you have, okay, that you want Bayani to answer. How you make it to 6A2-3, how you get so much leads, so much sales. These are all the questions that you can ask Mr. Bayani, all right? And also, during the entire sessions, I would love you guys can take notes, okay? Because this is what I learned recently from my mentor, okay? I just want to share with you guys why taking note is so important. Our human body consists of 5 senses, guys. Okay, memory of touch is 1%. Memory of taste is 2%. Memory of smell is 3%. And by hearing the speaker, the memory is 11%. By just taking down your pen and note, the memory of sight is 83%, guys. That's why I always encourage you guys, you can take notes. Anything that you feel is good shared by the speaker, just take note, guys. All right, and so I'm going to pass this session to my host of the day, none other than our Kangen Power Team, Mr. Gary Gunn. Over to you. Gary, you are muted. Gary, you're muted.
Sorry. Thank you, Jeffrey. Guys, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good everything to every one of y'all from all over the world. And I'm so excited. Jeffrey has mentioned that we have been doing this interview with the stars for many months. To be exact, we are now in our second year, 2 months. Can you imagine? Time has flown so fast. Second year, 2 years. Can you imagine we have been doing this interview with the stars using the Zoom webinar way before the pandemic, way before Zoom is a second word to any business on planet Earth. We have already been using Zoom, and come to think of it, we are very blessed because the moment the pandemic hit us and we are all in a lockdown situation, we were so comfortably easy to transition to the online because we have already been, so comfortable and using this Zoom platform and running this show. So I'm truly very excited. And I can see, let me just have a look at all the people here, guys. If you have not turned on your camera, I would strongly encourage you to turn it on so that I can see your beautiful face. Guys, I can't fly to your country like I used to fly to your place before this. So at least let me see your face, I miss all of you guys, Yeah, I can see Kuniko-san all the way from Los Angeles. Awesome. Wow. Amazing. And then we have Helen, all the way from, but now it's not so cold. I believe it's your summertime, all the way from Norway, another place that I have to visit, Luis. Then we have so many from the Philippines, Ray Tokmo, all the way down south in Mindanao, in Davao City. Luis Belizon. I'm not sure which part of Philippines. Are you in Manila? Just put it on the, yeah, awesome. And we have Thai Savadi from Cambodia. Alquin Jumat, I believe is from the Philippines. And we have Muhammad Shamri Hassan. I think it's the first time I'm meeting you. Welcome to this amazing platform. Welcome to this amazing family. I believe you are also associated with Jeffrey, amazing guy, young man, enterprising. And he mentioned you are in Singapore. Shamri, I have a mission for you. I have always wanting to break through the Singapore market. The reason is because, you know, Singaporeans, many are quite comfortable, you know, everything is so provided for. But then again, there is a big opportunity to rock this market. One of the top leader in Energic is from Singapore. It's none other than Bernard Chan, our upline. So, but from Singapore, because Singapore is like a hub, right? It's like every people from all over the world virtually has certain base in Singapore. So it is your so-called your platform to catapult you to the global market. Okay. So today's session, I'm so happy to see you here. I'm very sure it will blow your mind. You will start to see this business, this platform in a different point of view. Okay. So I hope you enjoy the show. Awesome. We have Sinang Lake from Cambodia. I think is that Malu, Galaxy A10. I think that's Malu, right? All the way from Florida. Yeah, she's waving. Malu from Florida, America. We have Win, our pharmacist turned Kangen, what do you call that? Kangen expert, okay? All the way from Perth, Australia. Josephine King, Linda, Thai Savadi, Vanessa Vanessa, all the way down south in Malaysia, in Johor Bahru. It's been a long time I've not seen you. Augustine, you know, wow, guys, I'm so happy every month to be able to do this event and bringing you some of the best people in this industry, in this company, in Energic, to just share with y'all. Sometimes, guys, I just want y'all to know, sometimes people ask me this question, Gary, why are you inviting these stars, these leaders to share? And sometimes those questions you ask are the same. Guys, it may be the same question, but the answers, I guarantee you, for the last 2 years and 2 months that I've been doing this event, the answers have always been very different and it's very personalized, individualized. Now, let me tell you something that is why I'm so excited. You know, I wake up very early in the morning and I wanted to do all this is because every time I see messages of some people telling me, you know, Gary, this event, after that, I've got a breakthrough. You know, Gary, after this event, my mind opened and I saw something I never saw before. You know what, Gary? Because of this event, I nearly gave up, but it made me make that one more call. And today I'm a 682-3. Do you know, by just doing this thing, it may seem so normal, so easy, just asking somebody a question and hearing that answer. But that answer, that question, this whole environment could literally change your life and your people's life. Can you imagine that? And I believe the greatest gift that we can ever do to mankind is to change their life, right? So if you agree with me on this point, give me a yes on the chat button so that I know, you know, we are on the same wavelength, okay? If you agree with this idea by just doing simple things. You don't need to be like Elon Musk to build a rocket to bring people to Mars. You know, you don't need to be Thomas Edison that created the light bulb, you know. Just sometimes, you know, just one event like this, just one talk, just one call, just one connection, and you change people's lives. Isn't that amazing? So I'm truly so excited. I'm truly so blessed to be able to do all this. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you, because some of you guys that I can see here, I'm so touched, because every time I do an event like this, you all are always there to support. You know, I always say, you know, I can be the superstar, I can be a great speaker, but without all of y'all it means nothing to me and it doesn't matter at all. Okay, so I want to thank all of y'all from the very bottom of my heart for being such a great blessing to me, my people, my team, and to all the people around the world to make this a very special occasion. All right, guys. So without further ado, before I call up the man of the hour, okay, now this guy, I'm going to tell you, this guy is truly amazing. To me, personally, okay, and I believe all the people that knows him and connect with him as a friend, I'm very sure all of y'all feel that this man exudes the papa role, you know, the father's role. I don't know what about him. He doesn't need to do anything, but he gives people that you know, that father figure kind of role, you know. Although I am not a Filipino myself, I'm not based in Davao City, I'm not in the Philippines most of the time, especially now with the lockdown. But every time I see him, I'm around him, and I see the people talk about him, he tend to have this papa figure, you know. So, and I believe that is one of his greatest distinction to make him the great success he is today. And he has a lot of wisdom to share with you guys. So if you really want to get the best of today's session, I strongly encourage you, just don't look at it like you are watching a Hollywood movie. Okay, just get a pen, a notepad next to you, have a pen, you know, write some points down, 1 or 2, even 1% of what our man of the hour going to share with us today may potentially change your life. All right, so do this. Now, because we are going to have so many new people and a lot of people coming here, before I call Mr. Bayani, which is our star for today's session, I just want to play a very quick video and to give you all the whole idea why we are so blessed to be in this Kangen platform that is not just revolutionizing people's life, but this is the future of what the whole world is. Okay, so guys, are y'all ready to rock with me? If it is, just give me a 1 on the chat button. And if I see enough ones there, I will get the ball rolling because I'm on fire. You know, it's quite cloudy here in Malaysia, but I'm sweating, you know. I'm full of excitement. I'm full of fire. I'm just waiting to rock with you guys. Okay, so I can see so many ones here. Awesome. Thank you for your comments. Now, let me just quickly play the video. Okay, let me see. 1 moment. All right. Here we go. Let me find the, okay. Okay, let's do a share screen here. Jeffrey, are you able to see the video?
Yes, Gary.
Okay, this is just only a 2-minute video. Enjoy the video, and this video will prep you guys for what's going to happen today, because we are really into something big, something awesome that will really revolutionize how people is going to make money, going to have a life in the future, and going to build their family around it. Okay, so enjoy the video.
The world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades and about the workplace being a secure place to work the rest of your life. For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure. This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you. There's something wrong. That on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%. Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be. every aspect of our lives. There's a better way out there, but he's so doing it the old way. We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way. The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money. It's what are we going to do with all the displaced unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills. Hey, sports fans, industrial age is dead over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
You guys like the video? Amazing, right? The fact that you all are here, you all are very blessed, because not many people actually see this. Not many people actually know about this. And even if they know about this, they don't know how to get there. And not only you all know about this, you all see this, but there's actual platform and actual strategy, system, and people to get you all there. So I'm truly very blessed, and let's not waste too much time. Let's call out the man of the hour, Bayani Estanislao. Hey, Bayani. Jeffrey, are you able to do the spotlight for both of us? Bayani, hello.
All right.
Yes. Are you able to spotlight Bayani as well? Is he here? Bayani.
All right.
Yes.
Both of you on the spotlight right
wow.
now.
Perfect. You have your big Kangen water behind you. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, you may need to unmute yourself, Bayani. Can you unmute yourself? Ah, yes. Okay, yes. So
Hello,
once again, guys, let's all welcome the man of the hour, the star for today, Bayani Estanislao. And once again, I'd like to congratulate you, Bayani, for your amazing achievement lately, to be one of the top in this business, reaching the rank of 6A2-3. Amazing. Congratulations, Bayani.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary.
Yes, welcome, welcome. Okay, so Bayani, can I ask you a question? How long have you actually been doing this Enagic business, and what were you doing before Enagic?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been with Enagic for 7 years and 7 months now. And before entering into Enagic, I was with real estate. I do real estate brokerage. Right. I'm a real estate broker.
Okay.
And also I do farming. I farm.
Agriculture.
I plant mangoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all. And people from Manila went to my house.
Okay.
Because I was also formerly with a caldero. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think you need to explain to the overseas guests what's a caldero. I thought it was calderologist. I thought it was cardiologist in the beginning, you know. I was telling everybody I have doctors in my group, you know.
Yeah, I sell kitchenware, the best.
Right.
The best kitchenware, very expensive also. Same as Kangen water.
Right.
It's expensive, and you have also a market for that, selective.
Right.
I did it only for 3 years, and I stopped.
That was before Kangen?
Yeah, that was before Kangen.
I see.
And because I was able to make a name in the caldero, right, because I was able to break the record for Southeast Asia.
Wow.
That's why they went to me. I was the first they went in Davao. But
to look for you.
Yeah, to look for me. I never thought it was a record to be broken. I was able to break a record at my age.
Right, right. Bayani, I just want to interrupt you there for a while. So you said you were with the Caldero. Okay, before that, guys, just for your information, Caldero is a Filipino term of selling pots and pans, you know, and it's also in a form of direct selling where they actually introduce the pots and pans to families by doing cooking demos, you know. Yeah, that's what Bayani was referring to when he's talking about Caldero. But Bayani, I want to ask you a question. How did you break those records in that Caldero thing? Is there a secret formula that you use to hit that record that you can share with the people here?
I was just doing my thing. When Romy Rosalinas, my downline in the Caldero, invited me, I said I'm not interested because it's for girls. Kitchenwares for girls. So he said, no, let's discuss something about real estate. Okay, we can do that. So we talked. And after finishing, he said, can you give me 5 minutes? I said, yes, you can do that. So he mentioned Caldero, and I said, okay, we'll do it. The record was, it is in 60 days, you sell 5 in 20 presentation. But the record was 29 days with 7 sales.
Wow.
But with me, I did 20 presentation. I sold 16 units in 18 days.
Amazing.
I just approached some of my friends, and
Right.
and everything went good for me.
So, Bayani, are you saying that Romy Rosalinas was your so-called upline in the Caldero?
Yeah.
Which
Yes.
is now your downline in Kangen, right?
And my upline now, Coco Elma
Yes.
is my downline
In Caldero?
in Caldero. I was able to convince. He was only. He have no good work, stable work in Manila.
Right.
I was inviting the father,
Right.
and he said, "Look for Coco."
Right.
And Coco became one of those who awardees.
Yes. Coco is an amazing guy as well, amazing leader. So blessed to have him. He literally, together with John and King, literally started and rocked the Mindanao market. I still remember. Yeah. And guys, I want you all to take this note down. Okay, if you have a pen and paper, take this note. Look for. If you want to get your chances high in this business, there's no secret, okay? Although, yes, many people can tell you, talk to everybody, you know, talk to the fishmonger, talk to the street sweeper, talk to the electrician, but before you talk to everybody, make sure you have a list of the potential, somebody like Bayani, you know, and there's no secret behind it. The person that introduced Bayani, it is a matter of whether he comes into Kangen or not. But if he does come into Kangen, he flies. That's it. So I'm very sure in your phone book or your telephone directory, whatever it is, you have people like that. So yeah, sometimes, and I'm going to ask him that question, which will tell you sometimes these champions or these superstars or these hard hitters, they are not easy to get because they will doubt you. They also have their so-called ego. But if they are on with you, you have your business mate. Okay. So I'm going to ask him that question shortly. So hold on to that. So again, take note is that please go out there and find for the champions. You know, if it's a car industry, car salesman, go and look for the best. I teach you a very simple idea. You go to an insurance company, look at the wall, you will have all the soaring eagles, all the presidential award. Go and call the top 5 people up there. I know they will give you hell. Okay, I know they will sometimes hang up on you, but any one of those guys say yes to you, you have it made. Go to a car dealership, look at the walls for the top rookie of award, the best salesman. Call them. What's the worst it can happen to you? They said, no, I'm not interested. So you don't die. But if they said, hey, you know what? I'm looking at something. You have it made. You have a Bayani in your group. I'm telling you. That's so easy. No secret at all. Okay. So Bayani, tell us. First and foremost, I just would like to say thank you. I like to thank God, and I like to thank you for being in my team, because I'm so blessed. Of all people, I have you in my team. So I'm truly very blessed, and thank you for rocking and supporting the group and really exploding the whole Philippines with the Kangen business. Thank you so much. Okay, Bayani, how long did it take you to hit the 6A? And just give us some 1 or 2 pointers. What do you think was the catalyst? What do you think was your secret to reaching your rank as a 6A?
Okay, Gary, when leaders from Manila, led by King, Fortuna, and Coco, went to my house,
right?
And I said to them, it's a scam.
You told them it's a scam.
They all left, went back to Manila. But after five months, they came back again with Raymond Reyes,
right?
A nurse with no selling experience,
right.
But he knows the benefit of the water.
Right.
When Raymond Reyes explained it to me, I said to Coco, I think this is different. So I bought my SD501. That's the best investment I bought for my family.
Wow.
Now I was inspired by quotation from Richard Branson. He said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later.
Fantastic.
I was just sharing the water for 9 months. I was not selling. When I met my first strong leader, Ray Tokmo.
Oh.
We met in a restaurant. I gave him a flyer and my calling card, and I said, Ray, study this. I did not do a demo. I said, Ray, study this. And we started selling.
Wow.
In just 5 months, I was 6A.
Wow. Guys, did you hear that? 5 months.
I just gave him a flyer and my calling card.
You are amazing. Guys, again, somebody asked me, Gary, what you do for demo? What is the ORP? What is this and that? This guy never did a demo. 6A in 5 months. Guys, I'm telling you this, okay? Again, if you have a very narrow-minded thinking of there's only one way to do it, you are wrong, okay? And yeah, he's proven it, okay? And 5 months. And guys, I want you to take note of this. Again, another bigger note. If somebody tells you that your program is a scam, that he doesn't believe in you and whatever, do not give up on him. Bayani did the same. He said it was a scam. 5 months later, they came back with a different approach. So you must understand, okay, when you do something and you did not get a result, it is not because you are lousy or you're wrong. Maybe the timing wasn't right. Maybe your strategy wasn't correct at that point of time. Or maybe it wasn't just, it was not meant to be at that point of time, but never give up hope. Imagine if these people gave up on Bayani, never come back to Mindanao, never come back to Davao. Today, Probably Bayani will still be in Kangen doing like what he is so successful, but probably he will be in another person's team. Okay, so again, if somebody says no to you, don't take it personally. It probably wasn't the right timing. It wasn't the right strategy. And there must be a reason why Bayani joined 5 months later, and he just told you all it was because of Raymond Rees. So think about this. It could be something that now you may want to think of. Hey, maybe those people that says no to you, you were not convincing enough. So maybe you want to bring somebody who is more convincing, somebody who has more knowledge on the product. I don't know. Try a different approach. Try a different strategy. That's what got Bayani here. And he made not just that, 5 months, 6A. Can you imagine that? And guys, Bayani doesn't live in America. I think the average income in the Philippines, like in Davao, is only like what, 300, 500 US dollars a month? Yeah, he doesn't live in America or some, high earning income. 5 months, 6A. I really have to take my heads off to you, Bayani. You're simply amazing. Okay, so yeah, Bayani, since we are on this topic, and you are basically a Filipino, and we are on the topic of Caldero, pots and pans. Now, you have done the Caldero business, the pots and pans business, was it 3 years before Kangen?
2 to 3 years.
Okay, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Now, so you have seen the Caldero business 2 to 3 years, and you have been with Enagic 7.5 years. I want you to send this message and share this message. Probably there are some so-called calderologists today. Guys, it's calderologists, not cardiologists, okay? Don't make the mistake I did. I first heard about this term. I went back to Malaysia and I started shouting to the whole world, you know what, guys? I've got a bunch of doctors in my group. I was thinking cardiologists, but end up they said, no, it's not doctors. They are all pots and pans salespeople. But anyway, in fact, it's a blessing. I'd rather have calderologists than cardiologists, if you think about it. Okay, so you have seen the both worlds, Bayani. Share with the viewers today, share with the people who is probably watching this on Zoom, people are watching this on Facebook Live, you have been into 2 platforms, Calderologist, Kangen. How you see the difference between these 2 platforms and why you chose Kangen and still stick with Kangen right now and still growing big and bigger every day? Share with us, Bayani.
Gary, Caldero business is good,
Yes.
but Kangen business is better.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It all boils down to your choice.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
success is never by accident.
Right.
It's a choice.
Awesome.
So I decided when I studied the compensation plan of Enagic,
Yep.
I saw it is a good way to success, and it is also transferable to my children.
Is the Caldero business transferable since you're on this
No.
matter? No?
There is demotion and
Oh.
transferable.
Guys, did you hear that? Just in case those of y'all who have not done any of this type of direct selling before, many business have demotion, many business are not transferable. So you are just literally working for the company when you are out. Either you are RIP, you leave, check out and go to the next world, your business is gone. So there's no such thing of that in Enagic. Okay, it's transferable, fully transferable. Number 2, it's there's no demotion. Can you imagine that word in Enagic is so amazing? There's no demotion, no quotas, simply amazing. Yeah. So yeah, so that's the very obvious reason why you chose Kangen, right, Bayani? But Bayani, can I ask you a question? Before I move on to the next question, why was it you mentioned that it was a scam when you first met King and Coco? What gave you the impression that Kangen was a scam and you made that remark it was a scam?
Because before they're telling it's a miracle water. That was before. How can the water be miracle? I drink water every day. And it was just the water as a miracle. It's already a question to me.
Question mark, right?
But when they went out, they went to Manila back. I studied. Made a research on Kangen water,
Right.
and it was confirmed by the presentation of Raymond Reyes that it is a good investment.
Right. So guys, there you have it. You know, if somebody said your business is a scam, somebody said the machine is too expensive, some people says that, you know, this is a pyramid scheme, agree with them. Just like what Bayani, he was right. There is a reason why he said, it was a scam, because at that point of time, that's what he saw. Was Bayani wrong saying it's a scam? No, he's a 682-3 today. Can you imagine? But when he said it was a scam, because at that point of time, like what he has just mentioned, the people who shared with him told him it was miracle water. It probably can it resurrect the dead, you know, something like that. So it was so unbelievable. And people conceived that as a scam. So it wasn't whether the company is a scam or the thing is good or not. It's just that people had that perceived idea that it was not the right thing. So guys, today, think about those people who rejected you, those who said it's too expensive, this is overpriced, this is a pyramid scheme, this is a scam. Now go back to them with a different approach. You maybe be able to find another Bayani in your group, okay? You probably will have some Bayanis in your phone right now that you have not even gone back to look at them because they told you it's a scam, it's too expensive, it's overpriced. Think about this. Bayani has just shared with you. And that's exactly why I want you all to hear from him, because this is exactly what that happens. Okay. So amazing, Bayani.
Larry,
Yeah.
I want to tell you how I went to 6A.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I first invited some of my friends to a lunch at my house, because if I invite them to an event, they will not come. But because I said, let's have lunch in my house, they attended. They attended. So after the lunch, we do the product presentation. Then after that, the business presentation. And when the presentation was finished, when they go down the stairs, we will be giving water.
Wow.
Free water. I'm also I am inspired by Daniel Di Macali. He said, how to be successful, just share the water. So I did that. I shared the water, and I also tell them, if you consume the water, you can just pass by in our house, leave your containers, and I will fill them for free. That I did in 9 months. That I did in 9 months.
Wow.
And my wife questioned already, Dad, that is expensive. Sabi ko, water bill is not on, it doesn't go more than 1,000. It's okay. You know, after sharing for 9 months, and because of the work of my team, the people started buying the machine. Those people who tasted the water start buying the machine. That's why in just 5 months, I became 6A.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, wow. Guys, did you hear that? Just giving out the water, okay? And, well, the business investment is there, just giving out the water. And I think if Bayani would not have done that, probably he won't get the results that he got today. Okay, so if you want to try, you can do it, you know. But again, there are many ways of doing this business. Okay, so that was his way, and it got him the results. And I always tell people this, you know, it is so beautiful that we are in a business that we can give our product for free, that you won't feel the hurt. Imagine if you are doing, let's say, supplements product. Okay, one bottle of whatever facial cream or vitamins that will probably cost you about, I don't know, maybe 1,000 peso. Uh, how many can you give? You know, you can give one or two close friends, but you're going to give the whole village? No way, right? So here, it is something so good that we can bless people. Look at the giving as blessing people. And I like the fact that what Bayani he mentioned is that he wasn't even selling. You see, the difference between selling is selling, you do it with the intention to sell for people to buy. Of course, he wants people to buy. But I think he was also doing it because of the love of helping people. And because of that purity of that action, the results keep coming. And I was told so many times by leaders like Ray Tokmo, Raymond, he says, Bayani never did a demo in his life. 6823, no demos. So this is again another thing that we want to break out of our thinking. So you're really amazing, Bayani. I'm so impressed with you. Okay, so Bayani, maybe you can share. A lot of people ask me this question, and I want to hear it from you. How do you introduce Kangen to people? Let's say somebody today met up with you, you know, and ask you, Mr. Bayani, what do you do? How would your response be?
My response? Normally, I tell them, I do the Kangen business.
Right.
So I just tell stories about Kangen.
Okay.
I have a sale in McDonald's. I normally do coffee every morning at McDonald's.
Okay.
And there was an 82 years old Croatian, 82 years old Croatian
From Croatia.
Croatia. John Sagon from
Right.
Croatia.
Right.
And I noticed he was not feeling good and everything. So I just tell him, have you heard of Kangen? No. Then I explain about Kangen. Then will you be here tomorrow? He said, yes. I'll give you water. Every day he's there. I gave him water. In 3 weeks, he just told me, Bayani, let's meet at your office. I will buy a machine.
So easy, right?
I just gave him water.
Right.
Let's go to your office and I will buy the machine.
Wow. You didn't even ask him to buy, right?
No. I don't force anybody to buy.
Yeah. All you did was just giving water.
Oh, that's why before in the Philippines, especially in Davao,
Yes.
doing the business is hard sell.
Right.
First, they will say it's very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, that's normal. It's expensive.
Yes.
And we have water. In fact, Davao water is one of the best in the world.
Wow.
I think the third.
I didn't know.
Quality of water, Davao water is one of the best.
Wow.
In the world.
Okay.
Right. That's no young.
Yeah.
We just share the water. Yeah.
I think, guys, there's something we can learn here from Bayani is, and I've always said this very often, people like to buy, but they don't like to be sold. Especially, they don't like to be pushed to buy, like forced to buy, you know. And that's the reason why there are some people who are, you know, kind of difficult to get sale, because at the end of the day, they always focus on how to close the sale. Now, again, nothing wrong. If you have a very strong character, like there are some people who are very good in closing the sale, by all means, that's your trait. Okay, you probably can do it. But generally, if you put yourself as a picture of a consumer, you don't like to be forced, don't like to be pushed, hard sold on, right? So what Bayani did was very easy. All he did was, I have something good, I like to share it with you. Anyway, it's water, it doesn't cost much. Try it, you know. And I think after some time, you know, people won't like to keep taking gallons and gallons of water from your house just to consume, especially if somehow they can afford it, especially in Enagic, where you have payment plans, you know, you can pay in monthly installments, you know. People, if they know that it's good and they know they can afford it or find a way to buy the thing, they will buy it. That's natural. So you don't need to really point a gun in their head and say, buy, you know, don't need to hard sell. That's a very good tip there, Bayani. It's amazing. Now, Bayani, I want to ask you a question. Since you talk about giving this water, is there any method that you use to make again, because we are also in sales, so to make sure it leads to a sale, because I'm not sure about you, some people tell me, it says, Gary, do you know what? A lot of people abuse this sharing water. You know, when I give them water, they are just taking it for granted. They water their lawn, they feed their dogs, you know, then they do all the thing. And then when I stop giving them water, they don't bother to call. Is there any particular way that your water sharing will lead to a sale? Is there maybe like any hint that you like to share with the people?
Okay. As I've said,
Yes.
I started here in my house.
Yep.
With me inviting my friends. The following week, I told them, you invite your friends to come and have lunch, then the presentation.
Right.
So every Thursday, my leaders will be coming to my house to have lunch and have the the opportunity to have the presentation.
Right.
That's the and during that we were able to train new leaders. First, it was the first one who did the presentation was Raymond Reyes, then followed by Ray Tokmo, then followed by Pastora Tess, Lobel, and Ace Paragos. It moved on, and we were able to develop a lot of leaders.
Wow.
It's doing it as a team.
Right.
First, there were times that the person in charge of to be speaker, he said, I cannot explain well the product, the compensation plan. So he just talked on product presentation, and another one will talk on business presentation.
Right.
So we did it as a team. What I lacked, it was compensated by the talent of my downlines.
Amazing. So guys, there you have it. Bayani have just given you a secret. The beauty of our business is there's a lot of leverage.
Yeah.
So you want to leverage on your team partners, okay? Don't be a Rambo. I always tell people, the Rambo is great in the movies, in Hollywood, but Rambo in Enagic is suicide. Don't try to do everything yourself. You know, leverage, you know. You are good in what you are doing. Keep doing what you're good, but let others do what they're good at. So you come together, you win as a team. Amazing tip, Bayani.
Yeah. I would like to add on my growth. No, when I got to 6A,
yep,
I was inviting one of my boss in the Caldero, Romy Rosalinas.
Okay.
When every time I tried to invite Romy for 2 years, every month I call him because every month I go to Manila for a training.
Right.
We go to Manila, we spend to have a training like this. We have to go to Manila and stay in a hotel.
Right.
To have a training like this. Every time I invite Romy, he said, I'm not interested. But after 2 years, he was available, and I brought him to the office, and you were there, Gary.
Yes,
you
I
were one,
remember.
one of the speaker was you,
Thank you.
and there were 4 speakers. On the second speaker, Romy went to me and said, Bayani, give me one machine, the best. But he said, I will not sell.
Okay.
I need the machine. But after a day, he was able to sell another SD501 to his auntie.
Wow.
That's why in just 3 days, I was able to sell 2 machines, a 6A. That is 8 points.
Wow.
Max, 96,000 each.
Amazing. That feeling is great, right?
Yeah. And in 7 months, Romy became 6A. So I became 6A too.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, guys, hearing all this story, it again tells you this: never give up. Okay.
Yeah.
Bayani, after 5 months, decided to do. After the first came to him, he said was scam. Then 5 months later or 3 months later.
5 months.
5 months later, and then Romy came in 2 years later after approaching. So guys, those people that have said no to you, probably now they are ready. Call them after my talk. Go and call them.
Yes.
Don't even bother have your lunch. Call them before somebody take them. And then the other thing that I like to say is, Bayani, you remind me of JV, because JV got Romy Vadera, you got Romy Rosalinas. And it was also because of seeing the event. So guys, again, this tells you, okay, if you want to build a network, the event is very important. You must understand that ultimately your income must come from your network. If your income is coming from your own effort, after 3, 5, 10 years, then the system you are doing is wrong. Okay, so in our business, it's always about your network. It's always about who are the people in your team, how much money you're making from your network. That is the key. And I'm so happy, I'm so proud that Bayani literally has this whole concept in his blood, in his system. And that's what exactly he does. And I heard because of Romy that came in, you have one of the biggest Caldero team in the Philippines. Am I right to say that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. At one time, I know the Caldero Angels. Romy called them his Romy Angels. You know, the JRs, the Janet, Margaret Laksamana. Yeah. These ladies, I tell you, they are, I'm telling you, 1 month they can move 20 to 50 machines. Personally, I'm telling you.
Easily.
So, yeah. So, but Bayani would not have got them if he did not get Romy. So again, guys, don't look at your direct as the direct. That direct of yours is actually the connector to the superstars that is meant to be in your team. So you need to keep looking downwards, like what that day Daniel Dimercalli talks about. When you bring your people, don't just have that bifocal, the short-term lenses and look at that person. No, it is who these people have behind that is going to make a big, big difference in your Kangen business. And I'm very happy to say that, Bayani, I'm so proud that you have all these results and your team are just simply amazing. I'm so impressed, everywhere I go, I hear of these people, making so much progress in their Kangen business. I'm truly, truly very impressed. Now, Bayani, tell us, and since you are a fellow Filipino, and I love to talk about this topic so much, I like to talk about this 3-letter word, which to me, I feel that it's no more relevant, and I believe it won't be anymore in the future. It's called the OFW. For those of you who have never heard of this term, my foreigner friends, OFW is actually a very special 3-letter word in the Philippines, because it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, income generation to the country of Philippines. And this is called the Overseas Filipino Workers, OFW. And that's the reason why through this movement, you can find Filipinos all over the world. I cannot think of one place in the world that has no Filipino. Maybe in planet Mars, or maybe there's one also in planet Mars. I don't know. So, Romy, tell me, do you think that Kangen is one of the perfect solution to actually reduce and one day probably not have this OFW? Because OFW, although in a way it's good because people tend to have a better life, but I somehow still feel that there's a lot of social problems that is behind the scene. Maybe people don't talk about it, but I've seen movies depicting this, especially with families, you know, because parents have to stay apart from their children. Then there's a lot of marriage issue and all this. Do you think Kangen is a potential solution to abolish the OFW in the future? What do you think about this?
Yeah, Kangen business can surely be a good business for these OFWs. Because if they do this, they can work in the comfort of their homes with their families.
Wow.
Which they miss so much.
Yes.
And it will be very productive than being out of the country.
Yes.
And it's a good opportunity for them. And that's what we'll be targeting on. Our team will be targeting on that.
And I think Bayani, you have a very big success, especially through Ray Tokmo's line below that has spread quite a big number to Norway. And I'm very proud. I can see Helen here. Helen is one of our catalysts in Norway. I'm so proud because I can start to see the benefit is Kangen business is having to the OFW people. Am I right to say that?
Yeah. I just it's you talk to people. My team regularly meet every month, and the core group always I talk to them. And before Rex went to Norway, we were able to have a lunch in Marco Polo.
Beautiful hotel.
One of the best hotel here in Davao. We had lunch, and we did a planning. And look what happened. It was Norway who made me to what I am now today.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Talking about Norway, but this is a topic for another day sharing. I still remember that fateful message that Rex messaged me. I still remember I was sitting in my children's school hall, and he was flying back from Norway to Malaysia, Norway to the Philippines, to Davao. And he said he would like to stop over Malaysia, spend some time with me. And I'm so glad I told him that, hey, why not come over? And we spend most of y'all know, we spent 4-5 days up in my holiday home in Cameron. And today is history. We have so much things going on in Norway. We have a 6A, we have 2 6A now in Norway, which is Helen and Christina, and many more that's coming. And we have so much activity happening in Norway. And I'm so proud because although I myself is not a Filipino, but I've always had this idea that if I can do something for my fellow Filipinos who have given me so much, I feel so indebted to them. I want to see them being reunited back with their families. And therefore, there is no such need ever to be labeled an OFW, a worker. No need. You know, like what Bayani, you say is very true. With Kangen, if you don't like to be in the Philippines, you can be in anywhere in the world, but still a Filipino with your family. And more important, in Kangen, we have this thing called freedom. It's not a matter of whether you like to be in Philippines or you want to be in America or anywhere in the world, but you get to choose where you want to be. You get to choose who you can be with and what you are doing anytime you want. That is the beauty. Am I right to say that, Bayani? The
Yeah, not
freedom
only
we
that,
have?
not only that, Gary,
Yes.
Rex being promoted twice in a pandemic.
What?
What
Is
business
Rex,
can
is Rex
promote
here?
you?
Rex,
He
just
became
put a message
6A
on the.
last year.
Come again?
He became 6A last year,
He became 6A
September,
last year. Yes.
and Christina became 6A October,
Yes.
and Helen
Became a
last month.
6A last month. Yeah.
Uh,
Rex, if you are on this call, I just want to say you are amazing. Okay, keep it up. You know, during a pandemic, everybody is struggling. Oh, I can't do a demo. Oh, I can't go out. Oh, I can't do this. All the reasons, right? And you're right. But hey, then again, there are people who are succeeding. There are people who are still going up ranks. So if they can do it, you can do it too.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much. Thank you, Bayani, for that sharing. And guys, I know there are a lot of Filipino here today. I strongly like to say, especially now on this topic of OFW, try not to sell Kangen as a Kangen water machine. Sell the freedom of Kangen. Seriously, it will touch so many people's lives. I know this because for the fact that my 9 years, okay, I started the Kangen business in the Philippines 9 years ago. And every time I speak to a fellow Filipino, especially if they are OFWs, you know, either they are in America, they are in Norway, they are in the Middle East, you know. And when I start talking a little bit deeper about things like their family, you know, and more personal thing, you can always see the tears in their eyes. And it doesn't matter how great a life they are having outside of the Philippines, whether they are in Norway or anything, but the fact that they lose that freedom to be with their family, with their loved ones, and to miss out a lot of the very important life events, it really hurts them. And not only it hurts them, it hurts me when I hear it, you know. So yeah, seriously, guys. So not just Philippines. Today, we are not even talking about Philippines. There are migrant workers, the Cambodians, the Vietnamese, the Malaysian, the Chinese, everybody. We can now reunite people back to their families. Freedom, to give them freedom, good health, wealth, passive income through this platform called Enagic. So thank you once again, Bayani, for being the leading role model for this change in the OFW group. Okay, Bayani, I ask you a question. With the things that you know today, okay, now you are 7.5 years in Kangen. With the things that you know today, you've learned, if you get a chance to go back 7.5 years ago, is there something that you will do differently? What would that be?
if I have to do it again, I will do it faster. I will do the Kangen business faster. And I think 7.5 years is too long. Remember, you know, when I attended the birthday of Mr. Oshiro in Okinawa in 2017, we met Matthew Jiang. Matthew Jiang, at 25 years old, he became the fastest 6A2-3.
Yep.
He did it in just 11 months. And this year, the late Malik team from India, Gary Malik from Samsia.
Yes.
He became 6A2-4 in 5 years.
Wow.
Now, and Malik team is producing more than 2,500 units a month. And now, lately, I think 2 months ago, last month, the Nguyen of Vietnam doing 6A2-6 in just 6 years.
Oh.
And the downline doing 6A2-5 in 4 years. If they can do it, we can do it.
Exactly.
Di ba, Gary?
Very true. So, guys, did you hear this? Now, the fact is, as much as we want it, as much as I also want it, but we cannot turn back time. So
Yeah.
guys, whether you are already 1 year, 5 years, 10 years in this business, the past cannot be rewind, cannot be replayed. But the future is not here. What you do today will determine your future. So today, what you want to be doing is, if you are doing something that what you have been always doing, just increase the speed. If you are making 10 calls, make another one, 11. If you are meeting people, if you are doing internet marketing and you're spending, let's say 10,000 peso, spend 11,000, put in more, because the more you do, the more you put in, the more you'll be getting out. Okay, so we cannot turn back time, but we can do something different today that will change our tomorrow. And what you say is very true. There are so many record breakings now, guys. Those names that Bayani has just shared with you, Matthew Jang, Dan Nguyen, Malik, the Malik team, Malik brothers. There's no secret, guys. The secret is either they are leveraging on a new way of doing. Matthew Jang is on the internet. So are you on the internet, especially with lockdown? If you're still sitting at home and still hoping one day things are going to go back normal, I hope it will, but I don't know when it will. So are you going online? So if you are not, go. If you don't know how to do, doesn't matter, collaborate. The Malik team, they are traveling, they are burning up all over India by heavy activities. Are you guys doing it? If you can't do it on a live session, do it on the internet. Whatever you do, do it. The Nguyen team, they are doing the trifecta. Okay. Now, a lot of people telling me, oh, Gary, is a scam. You should not promote it. Whoever says it's a scam? There's no such thing as a scam. If you think like what Bayani says is very true. He thought it was a scam in Kangen because he had a different perception. 5 months later, it was not a scam because he had a different perception. Now, coming in with 3 accounts is not a scam because you invest in a business. And a 3 account, even 3 SD501 in the Philippines is only going to cost you 600,000 peso. 600,000 peso can't even start a proper cafe in Manila. Do you agree with me on that, Bayani?
Yeah.
And 600,000 peso will make you a -5 in 5 years. If you still want to do one by one, it's your choice. I'm not here to encourage you to come in 3 or 1. It's up to you. But if you want to know how some people are making it so fast, there's no secret. 3 account. Okay, today I'm not here to share what is trifecta, how you're going to do trifecta. I'll be doing a training on this with my team following Thursday. Come and join us. Okay, but if you want, go and do it. Okay, and there's no scam about this. Okay, so you want fast, you must think differently, you must do differently, and you must act aggressively. If you keep doing, see, this is what I like about this saying by, if I'm not mistaken, the late Zig Ziglar. Insanity is expecting different results, but doing the same thing over and over again. If what you are doing is bringing in the results that you desire, by all means, continue. But if you are already stuck, if you are not moving as fast as you think you are moving, change. Okay, change is so important, and Bayani has already shared with you these things, and he says if he get the chance to go back, he wants the speed. Why? Because the faster you get there, the faster you make your ranks, the faster you make your money, the faster you enjoy your great life. Not just about you, but the more people will be impacted by your success. That you owe it to the world. So it's very important. Thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, okay. Rex told me that was Albert Einstein. Okay, thanks, Rex. So now I know, Rex, you are here with us. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Bayani, I've got just 2 more questions. We're going to wrap it up in a short while's time. Now, if somebody is new today, I know there are a lot of new people watching this both on Zoom as well as on Facebook. If somebody is so new, they just joined. They have not sold their first machine, and they hope and they want to be like you one day, maybe faster than you, maybe higher than you. What is your greatest advice to a new person that they should do to be where you are, or even better, or even higher? What's your take on that?
First is they should learn the Inagic business. Attend your seminars or any online seminars Second is attend events. We have online events right now. Before, I have to go to Manila. I have to travel to attend an event. Every month, I go to Manila. We spend. Now, in the comfort of our home, we can attend any seminars. Then next is learn from success stories of other top leaders. Success story of top leaders, which Gary is doing. I almost attend all of your Gary, because I learned small gold nuggets from every talk, and that I can use in my team. And fourth is to look for leaders. Look for leaders. And this leader, you don't have to put in your because I have leaders I was able to get who are living in Luzon, which I cannot follow. I told Romy to take care of them, so we placed them under Romy. Now also the fourth one is learn leveraging. We have to duplicate. And most of all, we have to pray for guidance from our Almighty Lord to continually bless us, to be a blessing to others. That's all.
Fantastic. I love every single one of your points, Bayani. I'll start off with the final one that you mentioned. Give thanks to Almighty. Although you have your own choice, you believe in God, the power of nature, the power of infinite source, the universe. We definitely, there's something that's connecting this whole thing together. Yeah. I mean, I'm still so amazed. A lot of people said I'm great. I'm so successful in this, but when I look at, I mean, it is definitely not my physical doing. The success that I'm having today is definitely something more greater than that. My group in the Philippines, I've contributed, I know, to a degree, but very minimum. The results that they are giving me is so much more. And I really thank, like what Bayani said, the Almighty. I'm so blessed. I'm sure all of us in Kangen is so blessed. The fact that we can drink this amazing water, we are really, truly very blessed. And then Bayani talks about learn. You know, guys, so many times that I've been involved in Kangen 10 years and throughout my entire life in network marketing, I realized that people, they just expect fast money in network marketing. There's no such thing, okay? There are sometimes lucky breaks, okay? This I do not doubt. There are some people who are just pure lucky. Maybe I won't call them lucky, they are blessed, okay? Maybe there are certain things they've done in the past, you know, they are blessed. They got some, you know, in Buddhism, they call it the karma credits, whatever you call it, okay? But generally, everything you need to learn. You want to be a doctor, you better go and learn. You want to be a lawyer, an accountant, a mechanic, even you want to be a janitor, you need to know how to wash the toilet clean, right? So when they come to network marketing, they come to Kangen, they don't want to learn, and then they don't make the money, they say, this is not for me. I'm not built for MLM. I cannot talk. Oh, Bayani is good because he is a champion. He's a superstar. No such thing. Learn. And the beautiful part about our business is there are so many things, so many people willing to teach you free stuff, free information. People are willing to guide you. People are willing to sacrifice for you because your success is their success. So beautiful business model, but you must take the initiative to learn. Okay, and then associate with the right people. A lot of people tend to come into Kangen, they want to succeed, then they go and mix with the 90% who are complainers, who have every blame in. There's a saying, they have every excuse for all they have every problem for all the solution in the world. So make sure you size them up. And the reason why I'm bringing all these interview with the stars, all these stars for you is you will be able to identify who are the stars. Go and associate. I am open if you, after this call, after this webinar, go and get to know Bayani. If you are there with him in Davao, buy him a cup of coffee, learn something from him. I'm very sure he's generously enough to share with you all. Okay, so all these are so important. The road to success is actually very simple, but it's not easy. It's simple. Okay, it's not easy. The point is you just need to get the steps correct. Okay, so what Bayani has shared with you are all the right steps to get you there. Okay, do it, it will get you there. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, next month, next year, but you will get there sooner or later. Thank you so much for that tip, Bayani. Okay, my second last question, Bayani. What would be your biggest advice, especially like in your case? And I like to ask you this question because you have gone through the waves of Enagic in the Philippines. You have seen the heyday, you know, the glory days. You have also seen the thunderstorm, or what we call the tsunami days, you know, and you still emerge as a victor, as a victorious leader in this business. Now, I want to ask you this question. What's your advice to those who have been around in Enagic, not just only in your team, but all over the world? They've been in Enagic maybe 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, and they've not really grown, and they feel stuck. What's your advice to them so that they can have a breakthrough and probably also have the results that you are having today? What's your advice to them?
Okay, first, because we know it's a new norm because of the pandemic.
Yes.
Okay, my advice is I am very touched by William Ward's saying, adversity or difficult conditions causes some men to break and others to break records. During the pandemic, Norway group did break records. They excelled in this. Rex with his team, together with Helen Go, I congratulate them for that. And it was during a pandemic. My next is to never give up. Never give up. We will experience a lot of failures, trials, rejections. We should never give up. We should always be challenged with what is happening in us today, especially with this pandemic. We should be challenged. The more challenged we are, the more we are to excel. And lastly is for senior leaders. I think with Kangen business, age doesn't matter. With Kangen business, age doesn't matter. I am already 67 this month.
Wow.
I'm 67 years old, and I look and feel good.
Yes, that's the most important.
Yeah, it's because of the Kangen water. I am so thankful that Mr. Oshiro, the owner of this, was a very simple and humble person, was able to share this to us, every one of us. He shared this to us so that we can also share it to others. Because it is something good, like a Bible. The gospel should always be shared, and water as good as this should also be shared. And by sharing the water, it will change our life forever, and even our status in life. And God is so good that He has blessed us with all this, with this company, the Enagic. That's all.
Thank you, Bayani. Amazing. Guys, I like the points that Bayani shared. one of it, he talks about never give up. And I still remember I was so privileged and blessed to be called up on stage in Vegas. I think it was 2016, as part of the panel for the new millionaires of Energic. And Daniel Dimercalli was the host, and he passed me the mic and asked me for my last words to address the convention participants. There was about 5,000 to 6,000 people in that hall that day in Vegas. And I said this, I said, if you guys look at the business model in Energic, this business model is designed in such a way that if you don't give up, you will win. The only time that you will lose is you give up, you walk away, you leave the game. When you leave the game, it's game over. Okay, because if you look at it, there's no demotion, there is no termination. If you are at a 5A and you leave the business for 10 years and come back, you are still a 5A, 6A, 6A2. Okay, so you only fail yourself by leaving. Okay, but then again, even if you don't leave the game, do not stay still. Okay, and I like to say this, when we say never give up, doesn't mean you every day watch Netflix and I say, oh, I'm still a Kangen distributor, but I'm watching Netflix. That is called standing still. Okay, you see what happens if you are on your bicycle and you stay still, you fall. You only get to keep yourself afloat if you are moving. Okay, so in this business, you need to keep moving by putting in action, by changing your strategy, by improving your mindset, by associating with the right person, by doing things probably differently that may get you different results. Okay, so it is very important, never ever give up. Bayani, I'm so blessed that because you saw the vision and you never gave up. Imagine if maybe during the tsunami you gave up, you say, okay, there's so much chaos in this whole thing, I put the white flag, I leave. Today, nothing. Probably Norway will not be even in existence. So sometimes think about this. Your giving up is not you give up on you alone. Your giving up, you have also give up on others, and others will not be as blessed as they are today. So every action of yours is just like a ripple effect in the whole pond. That stone that goes into the pond creates a small ripple, but that small ripple will become so big that it engulfs the whole pond. Your action today will determine somebody's life-changing moments tomorrow. So it's very important. Thank you so much, Bayani, for sharing this tip. And my final question for you today, with the interview of the stars, is with the experience that you have in real estate, in as a real estate brokerage, Caldero, and I'm not sure if you have done. And is Kangen your first network marketing company, Bayani?
No, I did a lot.
Okay, you have also. Okay,
yeah,
so you are one of those
already a veteran.
Oh, veteran. Okay, so this is a general networking general. All right. So with all your experience from network marketing companies, Caldero companies, even real estate brokerage, can you let us know what you think is so different with Energic, and how you feel is the heartbeat of the owner, Mr. Oshiro, Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro? Maybe it's a very good sharing for the new people who have no idea whatsoever about Kangen today.
As I said, Mr. Oshiro is very simple and humble man, and he gave this business to us, and it changed everybody's life. It is only a choice for us to engage or not. And I'm so blessed that I decided to engage in this business. That's why I have pictures with Mr. Oshiro together in Okinawa and also in Manila. And I treasure that because it truly changed my life. It truly changed my life. Yeah, imagine during the pandemic, my team was doing #1 for almost 3 years. We were #1 for 3 years. Before the tsunami, my team was already producing 111 units a month.
Can you hear that, guys?
Yeah, during the tsunami. But when the tsunami came, everybody started looking for another business, which is no. My top leader started to look for business,
Right.
and I also became inactive for almost 3 years after that. But because of our leaders like Gary Gan, si Sam Sia, and Bernard Chan, they went to Davao and inspired us back to do the business.
Right.
And they spent their time to do that. And I'm so grateful for that.
Thank you. Thank you for having the trust in us, Bayani.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember that event. Bernard, Sam, and myself, we were at the Maybank Theatre. And,
No, you know, here in Davao. It's in Davao.
Yeah,
Near Abrisa.
yes, correct.
Yeah.
I still remember that was my first time staying at Marco Polo. Beautiful, yeah. So thank you so much, Bayani. Your sharing with us today is truly amazing. It has given guys. Guys? If you are getting great value, just put great there. Put great in the chat box. If you got great value from today's session, put great. Whether you are on Zoom, whether you are Zoom, whether you are on Facebook Live. If you're on Facebook Live, give all the love, all the hugs, and all the hearts. If you get great value from today's session, give a great so that we know that you guys have benefited from today's session. Once again, Bayani, I'd like to say congratulations to you on your latest achievement as a 682-3, and as usual, I'd like to thank you for sharing so generously with us. Guys, do you agree with me that Bayani exudes that papa figure, the father figure, like the father figure of the Philippines? And I've always said that I'm very blessed to have great leaders, I call all of my Filipino friends, my family members, to be in this journey to change people's life. Thank you so much, Bayani.
Gary.
Truly a godsend to me. Yeah.
Gary. I'd like to, before I forget.
Yes.
I am inspired also by one of the richest man in the world, si Warren Buffett.
Okay.
Yeah. He said, if you don't earn while you sleep, you will work until you die. But with Kangen business, we will have a good life.
Exactly. Actually, yeah, Bayani, what you just raised is so, how should I say? It is so important, it's so crucial, and yet people really brush this aside. The saying by Warren Buffett is so, how should I say? It's so powerful,
Yeah.
If you don't learn how to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. That statement is so powerful because what he's trying to say is there is actually a way that people can make money without working and while they sleep. When he means make money while you sleep, means there is a way that you can really make money without using your hands and your legs. It's true. Of course, there are a lot. Before Kangen or network marketing, there are also other ways. Like Bayani, I'm very sure you know, real estate is one of them. You can invest in a property and collect rental and all that. Yeah, but then again, how many people who are working class can afford properties? You know, properties is like you need to have a minimum, you know, unless you are like some people who go for bank loans and this and that, but you must be really good because there are also a lot of people who got burned from it. Okay. Then there are also other ways like franchise, again, very high entry level, you know. But a lot of people don't realize that Kangen, and now we are in Kangen, and a lot of people here are in Kangen. Kangen is one of the best, to me, it's not one of the, it's the best passive income generation platform that has ever existed in the world. The simple fact that we have a great product, unmatched by any other thing, a company that is so superior, and a owner, the person that's running it, that has a heart that is so big, it is really just, how should I say, it is just really too good to be true. That's why some people really think it's too good to be true, but it is true, especially those of us who are enjoying our life today. So you are true. You are right, Bayani. And since you mentioned about this idea about learn how to make money while you sleep, I truly want to encourage all of y'all, whether you're on Zoom or whether you're on Facebook Live, seriously, okay, the thing you need to know now is you need to check this opportunity out. Whether you say yes to it or no is beside the point, but at least have an open mind to check it out. Because if people like Bayani can do it, you can do it too. All right. So once again, Bayani, thank you so much for spending this 1.5 to 2 hours of your time with us. Time just flies so fast, right? we thought it's going to be long and all that, but wow, time just so fly when we are having fun, when we are having a great time, and we are learning so much. Thank you so much for being a great guest to us. Your sharing has obviously impacted a lot of people's lives. You can see in the chat button there, in the chat room there, so many people are getting so much value. And from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of Kangen Power Team, I really like to thank you and say a big thank you to you. Selamat po for having this session with us. Before I finish, I just like to ask my co-host Jeffrey, are there any special or particular questions for our star today, Bayani?
There's no question on the floor, Gary.
Awesome. Everybody is so mesmerized by your sharing, Bayani. Okay, we hope to be able to have you as our guest again one of these days, you know, so that your wisdom, your experience, and your knowledge and skill can be passed on to many people that can impact more of people's lives. All right, so Bayani, thank you so much. Once again, every one of y'all, we have come to the end of our interview with the stars for this month of July. We will have the next one in August. I'll be announcing it in our Kangen Power Team International Facebook page. So remember, if you have not subscribed, followed that page, please do follow that page because there's a lot of announcement, a lot of good information, a lot of materials that's going on in that Facebook page. All right. So I hope to see you all again. Let's all be the miracle the world is waiting for. And with this, bye. Thank you, Bayani. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Bye-bye. Thank you.